Have you ever felt like someone is not treating you with the respect you deserve? It can be hard to pinpoint exactly when and how disrespect is happening, especially when it's done in a sneaky way. But it's important to identify these signs so that you can put an end to it and maintain your self-respect. In this video, we'll discuss 7 signs someone is disrespecting you. From subtle put-downs to ignoring your boundaries. We'll also provide practical tips on how to confront the person and set clear boundaries to prevent it from happening again. Whether it's a colleague, friend, or family member, everyone deserves to be treated with respect, and with these tips, you'll be able to stand up for yourself and put an end to any disrespectful behavior. So, let's dive in and learn how to recognize and address sneaky signs of disrespect. Number 1. Interrupting and talking over you. Have you ever been in the middle of sharing your thoughts or ideas, only to have someone interrupt you or talk over you? This is a clear sign of disrespect, as it communicates that the other person doesn't value what you have to say. Interrupting someone can also be a way of asserting dominance or control in a conversation. It's important to address this behavior early on, as it can escalate and become a pattern. To put an end to interrupting and talking over you, start by calmly stating that you weren't finished speaking and would appreciate it if they let you finish. If the behavior continues, you can be more assertive and say something like, "I feel disrespected when you interrupt me. Can we take turns speaking and listening to each other?" It's important to set clear boundaries and stick to them, even if it means ending the conversation or walking away. Number 2. Ignoring your boundaries. Everyone has boundaries, whether they're physical, emotional, or intellectual. When someone ignores your boundaries, it can feel like a violation of your personal space or autonomy. This can take many different forms, from someone touching you without permission to someone prying into your personal life when you've made it clear you don't want to talk about it. It's crucial to be direct and forceful in your communication when dealing with someone who is ignoring your boundaries. Start by quietly and clearly declaring your boundaries while expressing how it makes you feel with "I" words. For instance, if the conduct persists, you might need to be more firm and set consequences for crossing your boundaries. Number 3. Making negative comments about you or your ideas. Being on the receiving end of negative comments about yourself or your ideas can be a hurtful and demoralizing experience. When this behavior is consistent, it can have a significant impact on your self-esteem and confidence. Whether the negative comments are subtle or overt, they can serve as a tool for others to undermine your sense of self-worth and assertiveness. It's crucial to acknowledge this behavior and address it directly. Ignoring or accepting this behavior can lead to a spiral of self-doubt and anxiety, ultimately affecting your ability to stand up for yourself and your ideas. Remember that you deserve respect and consideration, and don't be afraid to set boundaries and assert yourself when necessary. Number 4. Not showing up or being consistently late. When someone fails to show up or is consistently late, it can cause more than just frustration. It can also cause a sense of disappointment and disrespect. Whether it's for a personal or professional relationship, not showing up or arriving late can imply a lack of consideration for the other person's time and efforts. It can also cause disruptions to schedules, create unnecessary stress, and even affect your relationships or reputation. When this behavior persists, it can lead to a sense of resentment, which can negatively impact the dynamic between you and the other person. It's crucial to address this behavior early on and set clear expectations, boundaries, and consequences if necessary. Don't be afraid to communicate assertively and stand up for yourself and your time. Number 5. Blaming you for their mistakes. When someone consistently blames you for their mistakes, it can be a sign that they lack accountability and are trying to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. This behavior can be particularly frustrating and damaging, especially if you're being unfairly blamed for something you had no involvement in. It can cause a sense of confusion, stress, and even lead to a breakdown in the relationship or dynamic between you and the other person. It's important to address this behavior head-on and set clear boundaries and expectations. Try to approach the situation calmly and rationally, explain how you feel, and encourage the other person to take ownership of their actions. If this behavior persists, it may be necessary to reevaluate the relationship or seek support from others. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect and fairness, and it's important to advocate for yourself in these situations. Number 6. Gaslighting or manipulating you. Gaslighting and manipulation are insidious tactics that can be used to control and undermine an individual's thoughts, emotions, and actions. Gaslighting involves denying or distorting someone's reality, leading them to doubt their own perceptions and memories. Manipulation, on the other hand, is a way of influencing someone's behavior or decisions through deceitful or underhanded tactics, such as guilt-tripping, withholding information, or using emotional blackmail. Both forms of behavior can be incredibly damaging and can leave the victim feeling confused, anxious, and helpless. If you are experiencing gaslighting or manipulation, it's essential to recognize the behavior for what it is and seek support from others. This can include talking to a trusted friend or family member, seeking professional help, or reaching out to a support group. Remember that you have the right to make your own decisions, trust your own perceptions, and be treated with respect and dignity. Don't let someone else's behavior undermine your sense of self-worth or control your life. Number 7. Being disrespectful to others in your presence. When someone is consistently disrespectful to others in your presence, it can be a sign of deeper issues that they are grappling with. This could be a means of testing your boundaries or a way of conveying their own insecurities or prejudices. Regardless of the underlying reason, it's essential to address this behavior directly and promptly, as it can lead to an unhealthy environment and damage relationships. If left unchecked, it can erode trust, respect, and the overall dynamic between you and the other person. Remember that everyone deserves to be treated with respect, and it's crucial to assert your boundaries when someone crosses the line. By setting clear expectations and consequences, you can establish a healthier and more positive dynamic, which benefits everyone involved. Addressing disrespectful behavior can be difficult, but it's important to stand up for yourself and maintain your self-respect. Here are some tips for putting an end to disrespectful behavior. 1. Be clear and assertive in your communication. 2. Use I statements to communicate how the behavior makes you feel. 3. Set clear boundaries and consequences for when they're crossed. 4. Seek support from friends, family, or a therapist if needed. 5. Limit your interactions with the person if the behavior continues. Remember, everyone deserves to be treated with respect and dignity. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're not worthy of that. Stand up for yourself and put an end to any disrespectful behavior. Addressing disrespectful behavior can be difficult, but it's important to maintain your self-respect and stand up for yourself. With these tips, you'll be able to recognize and address sneaky signs of disrespect and maintain healthy relationships with those around you. Hope that this video has provided you with some valuable insights and helped you identify any disrespectful behavior you may have been experiencing. You deserve to be treated with respect and dignity at all times. If you have identified any of these signs in your relationships, it may be time to have a conversation or seek support to address the issue. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative content like this and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.